You know what I realized? President Trump, he's already done more work in the last 4 days than Joe Biden did in the last 4 years. I mean, just take a look at Trump today, jumping feet first into helping Americans dealing with natural disasters, surveying the devastation in North Carolina and soon California. Trump has been non-stop since being sworn in. I was just talking about it with my producer. Every day it's something new, from signing all of these executive orders to freeing political prisoners from prison, like a pro-life protester, a Franciscan monk who was serving a 6-month sentence for simply praying outside of an abortion clinic. Can you imagine going to prison for years for praying? That's what the Biden regime did to Americans. Yet Democrats, they blatantly lied to all of us, and a lot of millions of Americans believe them, that Trump was this threat to democracy. Meantime, Joe Biden and his cohorts, they incentivized the largest invasion in modern history. But thank God, their plan to destroy this nation, it's backfired. Promises made, promises kept, folks. Illegals are already heading back home as deportation flights have already begun. The White House posting these photos of these 2 U.S. military aircrafts, each carrying 80 illegals headed to Guatemala. Trump also sending an additional 1,500 active duty troops to the Mexican border. There are reports that the number of U.S. troops could go as high as 10,000 if necessary to combat this national emergency. And that's exactly what this is. Reportedly, military planes, they're also on the ready to send all of these criminal illegals back as soon as possible to their home countries.
They'll take them back.
They're going to take them back.
They're all taking them back, yep. And if they don't, they'll be met very harshly economically. Okay, they'll all take them back. You know, Venezuela and other countries were not behaving very well with us during my administration, and within 24 hours they were behaving very well. They'll all take them back.
ICE has their agents also hitting the ground, running across the nation in big cities like Boston. The Trump administration says so far ICE has arrested 538 illegal immigrant criminals, including a suspected terrorist, 4 members of the Tren de Aragua gang, and illegals convicted of sex crimes against minors. Borders are Tom Homan on CNN explaining how criminal illegals with convictions are a top priority.
We would like to have access to the jail to arrest a criminal alien in the safety and security of a county jail, which is safer for the community, safer for the officers, and safer for the alien. But when you release a public safety threat out of a sanctuary jail and won't give us access to them, that means we got to go to the neighborhood and find him. And we will find him. But when we find him, he may be with others. Others that don't have a criminal conviction but are in the country illegally, they will be arrested too. Because we're not going to strike, and this is a difference between the last administration and this administration. ICE is going to enforce the immigration law. There's nothing in the INA, the Immigration Nationality Act, says you got to be convicted of a serious crime in order to be removed from this country. So there's going to be more collateral arrests in sanctuary cities because they forced us to go in the community and find the guy we're looking for.
I mean, there's the U.S. code. If you don't believe Tom Homan, you come here illegally, you are subject to deportation. Get out of here. I mean, our previous president, think about this, he refused to follow the law and then instructed all of his regime cohorts to do the same, co-conspirators, right? And then they used the law as a weapon against anyone who went against the regime. And that's what this is. That's a regime. When you don't do what it says it wants you to do, this is what happens. You'll pay the consequences. And every single day, Texas Border Patrol, you know, they're arresting drug traffickers, they're sex traffickers, you name it. They're doing the best they can. But did the mainstream media, have they been showing you any of this footage? All the kids in the desert and the process. I mean, it's out of control. How about any of these guys currently on the loose in our country, right? Do you see this on your local news? Do you see this on ABC, CBS? You don't see this anywhere. And these guys are on the loose because of sanctuary city laws. ICE agents weren't even allowed to go in. Cops aren't even allowed to ask what their immigration status is. Yet Democrat leaders like Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, this guy right here, the Mr. Fancy, I spend a lot of money on makeup and nails and you name it, his facials. They continue to say they want to protect all illegals. Well, what about Americans, huh? Yet here's what some Chicago residents told Johnson right to his face about Trump's mass deportation plan.
Trump, Tom Homan, make an example out this Negro right here first. Please come here first, because you know what? We're going to help you. We want a forensic.
Ma'am, I would ask that you keep your, hold on a second, stop her time.
You told Trump you ain't going to blink? Well, we ain't either. You ain't above the law. And where you going to run to when Trump pours that Trump card out on you?
There's a 10-year prison sentence when you want to stand up here for those illegals.
You see, the very people Democrats claim to protect with all their liberal policies are the ones being hurt the most with this invasion, with the crime, the shelters into their neighborhoods. They're sick and tired of taking a back seat to criminal illegal aliens. That's why I don't want you to be fooled by the fake news, right? That will show you the first crying migrant, right? Or the mom saying, I was just working and look what Trump is doing to me. Oh, because what Trump is doing, he is trying to save this country and fulfill that mandate almost 75 million Americans gave him on Election Day.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.